They inspire us.
He's been a really good role model for me, which I never really had until I got into high school, and then he just kind of became mine, and he just makes me want to be better and be like him.
Leave lasting memories.
She's just been such a positive person in her life this year, and I just really appreciate that.
And make the world a better place.
I've been part of the community my whole life. And doing something positive can only make the community stronger.
Nominate a teacher who has made a difference in your life.
5 minutes, that's all it takes. Every year, we ask for your messages of gratitude for your teacher, your mentor, someone who's made a difference in your child's life. We are now accepting nominations for the 2020 NBC15 Crystal Apple Awards, recognizing the area's best. Nominate a teacher who inspires you. It only takes 5 minutes to say thank you. They inspire us and can change lives of students and their families in many ways. We are now accepting nominations for this year's NBC15 Crystal Apple Awards. The deadline is the end of this month. We are still accepting nominations for this year's Crystal Apple Awards. At this point, it may change how we hand out those awards, but we are still planning to select our 5 Apple teachers and hand those awards out. As I have to say, a lot of you have stepped up over the last week. We've received hundreds of nominations, so thank you. If you still have one that you'd like to turn in, the deadline is tomorrow. You can help honor those who inspire us and change our lives.
It is Teacher Appreciation Week, and for 25 years, we've honored local teachers with the NBC15 Crystal Apple Award.
This year, we received a record number of nominations, more than 650 from 65 districts.
And every year, we surprise area teachers across southern Wisconsin. Lee heads out and does that. She goes to their schools in front of their students. But as you know, with everything else going on this year, we had to come up with a different way to honor them.
I wanted to show you something really quickly here.
What does it say?
I'll give you a second.
Does that say that I'm a Crystal
Yes.
Apple Award?
Yes.
What? Thank you. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored.
Kelly McCann has shaped young minds for 34 years, 23 of them at Thoreau, where she also leads many initiatives that help students and families thrive, like her summer reading program.
We really could see by our data that some of our struggling readers would leave in the spring and come back in the fall a couple of levels lower.
7 years ago, Kelly secured a grant that allowed her to purchase books for 20 underprivileged families each summer.
You know, I sit and I'll read with the children and make sure that all the siblings have books. And it's really been very successful. And I can't tell you what a wonderful job that is.
She's turning them into children who see themselves as readers.
Stephanie Price has worked with Kelly for 9 years and says she's changing lives.
The first year we did the program, we asked students before it started to tell us their favorite book, and a lot of the kids couldn't think of one.
Another program Kelly started goes back even further.
The Thanksgiving food baskets. So you put these baskets together and deliver them to parents?
Well, I started it 19 years ago when my child was 5. The teachers come up with families that might enjoy a meal. We put all the food in there, and it's very exciting. And then we have delivery teams who take the food out to the families. We want families to know that even though it's one meal, we're thinking about them. We wish the best for them. We want the most for them.
You started to address the racial and kind of student disparities, and a lot of nominators called you a leader in this field. What's the most important message that you would have in terms of social justice?
It may not affect you directly, but it really does affect you, and that all children deserve to feel as though they belong in the school, and all children deserve and families deserve respect. As a teacher, my job is to make sure that I'm looking out for all of my children, making sure that they're all successful.
Tonight's recipient is an art teacher at Waniwak Union Center, but it's an art project she and her students did in their spare time outside of the classroom that's leaving an oversized mark on her entire community.
It all starts here, a plain gray wall next to the newly remodeled village library. This blank space made for a perfect canvas for art teacher Megan Danahay.
We started out as a summer school class, so we'd paint about 3 hours a day.
Danahay enlisted the help of her art club students over the entire summer, transforming this 70-foot wall into a colorful mural that welcomes you to Waniwak.
It's encouraging to know that with a small community, how much people care and they want to be a part of it all.
It's not just art, it's everything, the way she thinks and, just how she is. She's really impacted my life.
You take a second to look over and glance and it catches your attention. What do you think when you look at it?
Every time I look at it, I still do the same thing of like I got to be a part of that. When you add that just factor of being with kids and watching them grow and looking at that mural just gives me such hope for their future.
Tell me what you think about this. Congratulations!
What? What is happening? Is this real?
We actually have another surprise for you. There are a few people waiting in the wings.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you.
I could not think of anyone who deserves it more than you. So kudos, kiddo. We love you. She's brought the art department to a whole new level.
Wow. I'm just blown away. Just seriously blown away. What? I don't deserve this. No way.
And tonight we highlight an educator in Fall River. He's not only teaching tech ed curriculum, he's also teaching his students life skills and showing an unmatched dedication to his students and his community. Brian Anderson has been the shop teacher for 18 years, guiding students through construction skills, welding, machine tool and fabrication, computer drafting, and auto mechanics.
Having some real life experiences along the way to me is really, really important. Everything I do is to try to help students in any way I can.
Brian does not have no in his vocabulary. He'll help anyone at any time.
Sometimes he helps them all at once, having his class work on teachers' cars. It's a hands-on lesson for the students and a gift for his colleagues.
We also take in community vehicles to get real-life experience in those on a vehicle that's actually broken and it's going to go back out on the road.
Madison College donated a car to our school with sensors and things to help test kids because they were so impressed with the kids that Mr. Anderson is bringing to their program in Madison.
And the students who nominated him are impressed with his dedication to helping others in his personal time.
My mom's snowblower kind of broke and he just jumped in and helped her fix it.
He actually replaced all my brake lines on my car one time.
He also uses his free time to open up the shop one night a week to the entire community.
If a student wants to learn how to weld, we'll teach them how to weld. If a student wants to learn how to build a woodworking project, we'll work on that.
I was definitely nervous going into, a shop kind of class because usually your first thought is oh, these are the kind of classes that the guys take. I actually took welding, which I never thought I'd ever do, but he was so patient and just very kind about it.
Mr. Anderson has changed my life the last 2 years. He actually has gone out of his way to do different things in class for me because I want to go into a plumbing apprenticeship, and he cares more than any other teacher has about what our future entails.
But it doesn't stop there. He's also in charge of getting them to and from school.
I was supposed to be just a backup. However, a couple years after that, I was a full route driver. It turned into a true passion outside of the teaching world that I really like.
You had 6 students write in. What does that mean to you?
It means more than I can put words to, and it just makes me miss seeing those students each and every day.
Be the change you want to see in the world. It's a favorite quote of tonight's Crystal Apple Award-winning teacher who challenges her students and staff to be better each day. She received this entire binder full of nominations, more than 80 of them, for 3 decades of teaching kids to make a difference in their school and community.
We nominate Ms. Chesmer for the Crystal Apple Award.
Stephanie Tresmer has taught Broadhead middle schoolers geography and reading for 30 years. But her real legacy goes far beyond curriculum. Steph started a team of outstanding leaders, or TOOL team, and almost half of the student body is involved.
I always tell them, I was like, I don't want a team of mediocre leaders. I'm looking for a team of outstanding leaders. What does outstanding mean? What does it look like?
The group meets once a week to fundraise, team build, and plan larger volunteer events, like their annual holiday senior citizen luncheon.
They're all struggling with their purpose. And I feel TOOL gave them a space and a place to take chances and to lead a committee and to be part of something bigger than themselves.
She also coordinates community service days twice a year.
I'm hopeful that it has inspired a group of kids to find their value and their worth and their contributions back to their school, to their community.
Steph even organized a surprise car parade at the end of March to celebrate a student who made it to the state geography beat, which was canceled because of the stay-at-home order.
You go a lot farther with finding that one special thing to honor individuals, because then you're celebrating their individuality and their contribution piece at a time.
Friend and colleague Beth Reister and her husband Jason organized the nominations and created this video submission.
I'm amazed at what she does for our school and our community.
The list is a mile long of things that she does to touch the lives of others.
The importance of giving back to others and the power that has. I think has made me, I think, a better teacher.
Like, I thought I was a decent person, and then I met her, and she just made me step it up.
Yep.
Because I look at people and I say, my goal in life is to be as amazing and awesome as Stephanie Tresmer.
She is a great teacher. She's kind, she's helpful, and she's just willing to do anything for her time.
For that to come full circle in any capacity, I'm humble. See, and I'm going to get emotional talking about it. Yeah, it means a lot to leave an impact.
As we wrap up the week, we honor our final Crystal Apple Award recipient of 2020.
For Holly Swanson, teaching physical education is a family affair. Her husband and daughter are also gym teachers. So it was only fitting that all three of them were there for the surprise.
What?
Thank you. It's really nice.
Holly Swanson has been teaching Randolph Elementary and middle school students for 26 years. She's teaching her kids to be active, but also to practice philanthropy and volunteerism. Her first year of teaching, Holly took over the school's Jump Rope for Heart event. And in 25 years, her students raised $259,000. Last year, Holly started Resolve, which stands for Randolph Elementary Students Offering Love and Volunteer Efforts.
Our focus is typically geared towards an organization globally and then something locally. So last year we did the firefighters. Nationally, we gave to the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. And then locally, we gave to our Randolph Fire Department some money towards the Jaws of Life. And then we contributed in the honor of fallen firefighter Corey Barr out of Sun Prairie.
This year, they're raising money to train service dogs for veterans who've experienced trauma.
I've just touched base with Rocket, and he's doing great. He's doing exactly what you're doing. He's still in school, even though Patriot Canines of Wisconsin is shut down.
We're a small community here in Randolph, and connecting kids to the larger world is important.
And giving is in her nature. I first met Holly back in 2004 when devastating rains flooded the village of Randolph. Her basement took in 7 feet of water. And what did she do? She started a relief fund for her community.
It's the most rewarding thing you can do. It's the best feeling. What you get inside from serving others is so much bigger, so much bigger. And if we can teach that to our children, we're going to have lots of examples of people giving to help each other out.